And we're back with game 2 of this series. For anyone who just joined us, this is the Breath of the Wild any percent tournament match between Coensi and CBF. We've just seen game 1, which Coensi took, and still on commentary for you are Ariel and Tao, so I'll leave it to them.
So we've had a little fun chat. Tao, want to explain what happened? Go ahead.
What happened? Are we talking about what happened in chat, or are we talking about what happened?
No, we're talking about what happened in chat. I want to begin with that.
Okay, why don't you take that away, because my high school Spanish wasn't enough to actually keep up with the conversation there.
Well, initially, there were some conversations in Spanish happening in chat, but that's not what I wanted to mention. CBF went in our lovely little chat box and asked. So I'm asking for a friend. If anyone has things I could improve upon, let me know. And I told them to eat your hearty food.
Yeah, I mean, we saw CBF pick up that hearty salmon, and I think specifically run back a little bit after scanning a meal to pick up the hearty salmon. I think cook the hearty salmon, but then
he cooked it. He did cook it,
and then didn't eat it. And then ultimately died to a Ganon laser on the first one.
Which he might have survived if he'd eaten it.
Yeah, and so Coensi takes game 1 in this best of 3. So our runners are getting ready for game 2. Coensi can take the match with a victory here. CBF needs to win to extend the match to a game 3.
And here's the thing: CBF could definitely has a shot at this. So Coensi won last match by playing the turtle. Slow and steady wins the race because basically going on a little bit on safety strats after bombs and not really taking too many risks, so that if something happened to CBF and he lost a lot of time in castle or during the boss rush, he could take advantage of it. And that is exactly what happened. CBF died in the Ganon fight, and Coensi was at Fireblight and had a fairly clean rest of Blights in Ganon, and was able to beat him because CBF just lost too much time and couldn't come back.
Right. We saw Coensi lose time on Mag BTB, died on the wind bomb to trees, and then after reload had trouble getting it off. And
even at that point, he was a full shrine behind, and CBF was already on his way to castle at that point. So It was definitely he was already behind, I believe, in the first run. He was already behind at the end of when CBF was finishing Magnesis. Coensi was starting Magnesis. So
we saw CBF take that plateau lead into the Blights fight. I think for reference, Blights takes somewhere on the order of 3 minutes to 3:30. So dying at the end of Blights, that's a huge time loss. Calamity Phase 1, I think someone in chat's going to correct me if I get this wrong. Calamity Phase 1 is going to be like 50 seconds to a minute 15, somewhere around there, depending on how Calamity behaves.
I hate to correct you on this, but I think Blights takes much less time than you said it did, because I know that the attack food most people use is either 330 or 350 total, so that should cover Blights through Ganon. So I don't think Blights takes 3 minutes.
Oh, but the attack food doesn't tick down during the cutscenes. So
and
the Blights food is so it's 330 RTA.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you for correcting me.
I think the Blights cutscenes are kind of ridiculous. I think they're almost like half the time of the Blights fight. It just doesn't feel that way because the boss rush is so stressful. All right, we're getting into game 2. I think we can expect these runners to really approach this game just like they did the first. I don't think we're going to see any kind of different strats out of either of these two. We did learn from, right as I say that, CBF says, time to break out my super secret strat.
Yeah, we're going to find out today that CBF has a New Game Plus file in his back pocket. He's just going to whip out. And goes straight to Ganon and goes straight to Dark Beast.
I think he would get disqualified. So I think typically what we've seen,
really.
I
Go
think
on, sorry.
typically what we've seen is that runners just they're kind of zoned in on their own run. I think from interviews, like the majority of runners are just playing their own game. I think a couple of runners have said that they have the other player's stream open to kind of check on positioning. CBF is one of the first runners I've seen who's actively listening to us in commentary. So, hi CBF, good luck, I guess.
Good luck, CVF. Stop typing in chat. You're busy right now.
We are
yeah.
watching on a bit of a delay here, so
Yeah.
I think I don't know quite how long the delay is, but if CBF looks like he's typing while action is going on, it's because of that.
Kamali, I know. Just leave me alone, okay? We're not trying to have fun.
Our restreamers about 30 seconds to sync up the streams. Okay, that makes sense. That also means CB, if you're listening, no spoilers.
Yeah.
All right, mirror image clip outs as the runners manage their stamina on this climb. So I guess we'll see. Both are going to go for pot lid. Will CBF pick up any backup food this time? Given his experience in the last race, needing to shield that arrow. Well, let's see.
We will see. Camera. And he does not pick it up. He doesn't think he needs it.
So Coensi taking 3 seconds to clear that text box for picking up a new item. CBF just running straight through.
Yeah, I think that's in terms of a 3-second time loss, it's considering how treacherous the cold area can be. I think it's a smart idea anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Link, dirige-toi vers le lieu que t'indique la carte de la tablette Sheikah.
This next segment here is all about just good movement and lines. Runners can kind of save a little bit of time by kind of shield jumping over the rough snow here.
Yeah, it's actually, you can really see the difference between the very, very experienced runners and the people who are not as experienced with this category, because you can see it in movement, as you can with most speedruns. The shaving of the half a second, the second here and there on better movement really shows, because you can see better runners pull ahead. Or more experienced runners pull ahead.
No close call there. Gets a little hop up from fast climb. Coensi runs into that little bush, losing some momentum, but gets enough for fast climb anyway.
Stupid bushes, I think. How dare they?
I think speaking of movement in this game, I definitely think that for this speed run, like the runners treat Breath of the Wild almost like it's a platformer in terms of their movement, but the game doesn't have some of the kind of leniency that a platformer has. Actually, I'll come back to that, as both runners having trouble with stasis clip, but both managed to clip in at exactly the same time.
Yeah, so CBF, for whatever 3 to 5 second lead he had, he lost it by having skew issues, which sucks. But they're still pretty close. It's interesting that you see a platformer because I think you can make the distinction because it's so the movement has to be so precise.
Mm-hmm.
However, yeah, go on.
Well, I was going to say, you can see that in the boulder jump coming up. I think the community has definitely gotten better at this boulder jump. We've kind of rarely seen any mistakes here in the Stasis Shrine. But in like a regular platformer, like in a Mario game, usually there's some leniency given to, like, when you jump off a ledge, you have like a few frames after you're technically off the ledge and you can still get the jump off. But Breath of the Wild wasn't designed as a platformer, so which makes this little hop here much more precise than you would get in like in a Mario game.
Yeah, this is the gamer hop. I like to call it the gamer hop. And people in this tournament have missed that jump and have fallen into the abyss. enough lost time to it. It is not a given. These runners make it look easy, as with most of this run. So they're pretty much tied at the end of Stasis.
I think in race 1, we saw Coensi scan 3 amiibo, CBF scan 2. So two's pretty much what runners generally hope for. Like, I think if you get 2, you think, well, that was expected. 1 was pretty lucky. 3 or more, kind of you're groaning at the time loss there.
Yeah, I think 1 is generally considered to be very, very lucky, and 2 kind of standard for standard sort of luck, and 3 being more the groaner, I think.
One thing we can look out for this time is whether or not each of these runners is going to have to get the Razor Shroom later on in Castle. They need to get a certain combination of fish in order to get the +3 attack.
And I think if you don't get any, if you don't get any Mighty Porgy, you need to get the Razor Shroom.
Yeah, short of getting 4 carp.
Yeah,
4
exactly.
Carp would allow you to skip the Razor Shroom. I see no yellow or red fish for Coensi. I see 1 yellow fish for CBF. So Coensi is already on his 3rd.
Maybe which guy's got 2 Mighty Porgy on it, so that's particular.
Okay,
that's
finally
fine.
Gets it.
And
CBF ran in and opened that chest. Both these runners getting very lucky on their 3rd or 4th amiibo.
Yeah. Coensi, I saw picked up the Hardy Bass. I don't know if CBF got any of the Hardy Fish, because you can't use that strat if you don't get any Hardy Fish.
Yeah. RNG safety strat.
Yes. If you get lucky enough to get one of those fish, you should pick it up.
So I had missed what CBF had gotten out of that chest. It was a spear, which he promptly throws away at the first opportunity.
Yeah, because with the early game, what you pick up and when you pick it up can trigger certain annoying text boxes that lose you time because you don't need to be taught how to play the game.
Yeah, and it also messes up with our runners' muscle memory. They're expecting the menuing to go a certain way, and
CBF getting very close to that water on his fall damage cancel, making my heart hurt. How dare you?
One thing we missed.
All right.
Side by side
nice.
ESCs. Second try from CBF, first try from Coensi. Coensi getting skew on the rocks there, whereas CBF getting it on the snow. So not a huge difference there. I think runners claim 1 is more consistent than the other. It costs the durability to get skew on the rocks. But again, like we said, pot lid is OP. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, pot lid can take a beating. Synced, yeah, right, mules. Absolutely. So this is much closer than it was last time, so this is going to be interesting.
Race 1, Coensi and CBF both failed the cryo jump onto the platform in the same way. Missed a step up. So let's see if they have better luck with this trick this time.
Let's see if they go for a little bit closer. And they both got it! Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. You love to see it. You love to see people improving and repairing their mistakes from previous runs. You love to see it.
Yeah, we see the cage break on their screens just fractions of a second apart.
Savage making jokes in chat that are funny. How dare you? Skew on the rocks is a great drink. It's funny. That's funny.
Ariel, if we ever start a Breath of the Wild themed bar, that'll be our That'll be our first drink.
What would you put in Skew on the Rocks? You'd have to be like, no, I'm serious. I think you'd have to put some sort of Breath of the Wild themed ingredients, obviously. I mean, the second drink would obviously be Noble Pursuit, but that's from a different part of the game. We're going off topic here.
All right, Coensi getting a high angle there is probably going to land in the forest again. So is CBF. CBF getting somewhat of a late forest angle. I think we've generally seen runners. Messed up the fall damage cancel there. is going to have to reload. Coensi lands safely with slate storage in the forest and is on his way to Mag BTB. So the reverse of what we see in race 1, Coensi is going to take a lead during Mag BTB. CBF, we did say no spoilers. CBF did type "oops" into the chat before we saw that happen on stream.
Which, yeah, spoilers, CBF. Can't do that. It's not nice.
So Coensi clips into Mag BTB. So here's the thing: if CBF, and he's getting a good angle here, if CBF gets unloaded, he has not lost a lot of time. That is just how much faster good angle and unloaded are over forest angle.
So somebody asking how did he die for no fall damage cancel? I believe what happened was CBF tried to go for Slade storage and then did the fall damage cancel late, which is also what he did again. Oh no.
Okay, got good angle there, but timing for the fall damage cancel was just thrown off slightly because he landed on the metal plate.
He landed on the box. He landed on the box.
Landed on the box.
Oh god, collision. This game is just the people who made this game just knew too much. They did too much. Also, Kamali, I saw your comment about how there being children in this channel, and we shouldn't talk about drinks with ice in them. And I apologize to all the children who are watching. I shouldn't have said anything at all. So Coensi taking the lead in the Magnesis Shrine.
Gets to say hi to Greg first.
Hi, Greg. Bye, Greg.
CBF third try Mag BTB is also good angle. Let's cross our fingers here.
Hopefully.
Now, I just saw the.
All right,
you
got the fall damage cancel. Oof, yeah.
Landed in the water even. Extra safety there. Now it's Coensi's turn to leave Mag BTB first. Mag Shrine first. And we'll see how Coensi does again with the Bliss to bombs.
Yeah, because I believe so. If he'll probably go with the same strat as he did last time, which is looks like exactly what he's doing. Not even bothering with slab or box walk. Not bothering with the BTB. I admire this. I think BTB. I don't like BTBs. I think they're hard. But then again, I'm also a bit of a wimp with some of this stuff. So. All right, so using an amiibo to spawn some barrels with which to do a BLSS.
Okay, that was a cleaner setup than he had in race 1, and he's off.
And he's off. This makes me dizzy. So I'm gonna watch CBF.
Coensi's joining the ranks of players who are doing this Bliss to bombs. Possible in this category because our runners are using amiibo anyway, so Coensi just adds. I think either the 8-bit link or the Ganondorf amiibos.
Right.
And gets to reuse the skew he gained on Magnesis Shrine for the Bomb Shrine clip, so saving a little time there.
So Coensi is entering bombs when CBF's finishing mag. This is quite a lead. Which is actually reversed from last time. I believe this is how far apart CBF was ahead last time.
All right, we know Coensi goes for Gamer Win Bomb. Missed it in race 1. See how he does this time. CBF gonna do Box Walk into Bombs BTB. All right. Coensi not doing Gamer this time. Just going to set up for the normal Win Bomb and bombs.
Which... Alright, that works.
Okay, seeing a little bit of change in strategy here. I wonder if Coensi knows that he's ahead and is just taking the safe strat now and trying to maintain the lead into castle. Kind of one of the advantages of keeping an eye on your opponent, and you can kind of make those runtime decisions. All right, CBF, clean box walk, clean bombs BTB. Very clean clip. All right. We'll see if CBF
right.
goes for
the wind bomb, or if he's just gonna run. I don't think he should run here. I don't think he should run. I think he should try to. He should at least try the wind bomb.
Yeah, I think he's going to give it the attempt, but it was having some trouble with it. Got a high angle in race 1 that led to a death, and then lag stopped on his second attempt, and then ended up running from there. So we'll see. It's a pretty precise turn wind bomb, and with a waving grass and everything over here, a lot of lag too that can throw off your timing. Having some trouble with menuing there, but gets off a good attempt. CBF.
Very nice. Coensi getting the wind bomb to the trees.
Ooh.
And CBF not quite getting the gamer wind bomb. Not quite.
Not quite. A little bit to the left and a little low. Okay, Coensi's charged up the tree. Had some trouble getting onto the tree the first time. That looks great.
That looks good.
Good
that
angle.
Looks good. All right.
Coensi is into the paraglider cutscene just as CBF finishes up Bomb Shrine. All right, Coensi race 1 just jumped out of the window of Temple of Time, went straight into the Bliss, didn't give Castle BTB even one attempt. And considering that's a fairly safe path to go, I think we can expect him to do the same here.
Yeah, and especially because he has a lead, he doesn't want to lose it by failing the BTB too many times, which he easily could at this point. Coensi has the lead, but he does not. I would not say he has a comfortable lead. All right, CBF getting the wind bomb to trees, and Coensi getting his BLSS set up. And off he goes to castle. A little slow, but he will get there. He will certainly get there. Oh, picking up speed.
Oh,
there we go.
CBF.
Oh.
So one of the things that can go wrong is that acorn there.
Oh, you pick it up instead of...
Yeah, for some reason, Link's targeting algorithm thinks the acorn is something that he should swing at. So when runners are trying to chop down a tree, Link instead lowers the axe to a point to try to hit the acorn. And that really messes up the ability to charge up the stasis. So CBF had to cancel the first one, goes for the backup, gets it. CBF is into the paraglider cutscene. Let's see if Coensi gets an unloaded gate here.
I don't know. I think the gate's gonna be loaded. The gate is loaded, unfortunately.
It loads right in front. Coensi not going to try to... Yep.
Yeah, going straight for the copium route, which is there's another entrance. You can go in and get to where the gate is. It takes a little longer, but gets in place. You do have to not get hit by all those alphas here, though, which is a little scary because they're pretty fast.
Yeah, this Lizalfos can kill you. But Coensi opting for this longer, slower route instead of trying to hit the ESC. Smartly drops a bomb to blow up the rocks there, since he's going to come back anyway, just as the castle cutscene loads. So it looks like CBF was successful in the castle BTB attempt. So with a successful first try castle BTB and the gate being loaded, CBF has a chance to make up some of the gap between the two runners, as long as this gate is unloaded for CBF.
So Coensi also looks like he's going for the dragon part.
Which he didn't do in race 1, so Coensi changing up his game plan a little bit. Okay, CBF gets unloaded gate.
And is going to just float down behind that moblin, pick up a sword, get a cutscene, begin his castle route. Oh no! Oh no! CBF was seen by the moblin before the cutscene started, which is not good.
Okay, so there are a number of backups here for CBF. Sometimes dropping a bomb will distract the moblin enough to get a sneak strike in, but worst case scenario, there's the drop bomb. Let's see if the moblin goes for it. Hiding behind a pillar. Moblin looks like
the nose is clipping.
Notices CBF.
Wait,
okay,
wait.
Loses the
Hey,
scent.
we got
CBF,
it.
Okay, CBF makes it through without needing to save and reload.
Very nice. Uh-oh. It looks like he didn't drop his weapon.
Oh,
Which is
no.
not good. Oh, no. Alright. That's not good. That's weird. That he should have dropped his weapon.
Did the weapon... I don't know.
Or rather, that's why I assumed he reloaded.
Yeah, the
Once
weapon clipped out of bounds. Piston's telling us in chat the weapon clipped out of
Oh,
bounds.
no.
And so it's inaccessible for CBF. All right, Coensi, wind bomb to the bridge. Oh! Runs right into... right into the bridge, is going to glide back down, try this wind bomb again. Has a hearty salmon in order to heal back up to full. Gets enough height on the second wind bomb, and he has 2 more weapons to get before going to Sanctum. Okay, CBF this time gets the claymores, no problem. He's going to continue on with the castle route, finally.
Yeah. Oof. Coensi picking up, oh, he should get rid of that, well, maybe should he be getting rid of that shock arrow? He got a shock arrow.
I didn't quite catch a count on his arrows. So normally runners will get that shock arrow if they only have 6 normal arrows. You want 7 arrows that aren't ancient arrows coming into this fight. So we'll get to double check Coensi's arrow count when he sets up for a Windblight skip here.
Yeah.
Well, looks like he has 7 normal arrows. I wonder if why he thought the extra shock arrow was necessary. Maybe if he misses the wake up headshot on Water Blight, he wants a backup arrow. But that'll be a little bit of extra menuing that he has to manage.
Yeah, it looks like Calamity will decide the fate of this race. If Coensi can make
CBF
it... Oh, no!
Did not clear the Malice with his first bomb. Has to do it here. Loses a little bit of time there.
Yeah.
Although, of all the things that have not gone right for CBF this run, that one is fairly minor.
Potatoes. Yeah, small potatoes. Coensi gets Windblight skip and is now starting Water Blight.
Ooh, CBF misses the bridge there, but is able to glide back up with a well-timed bullet time. So here CBF, that was his last arrow there, so he's going to pick it back up along with a bundle of 5. So CBF does need the arrows in the pot here. And
if he's smart, he will not use any of his very nice weapons to do that. He will try to use or he's just going to go on with 6. Okay, that works.
Okay, maybe I miscounted CBF's arrows.
No, I thought I saw he only had 1 left when he was distracting the Moblin. That's also what I saw.
Okay, you can do it with 6. It just means that you won't go for the extra headshot on Water Blight.
Okay. Again, a lot of the weapon writing for the boss rush, I'm not as familiar, so.
Yeah, Altexo in chat pointing out that sometimes the arrow you use to shoot for Windblight skip will still be in Sanctum, and if you're aware enough and run towards it, you could pick it back up. There is a slight chance that the arrow goes up into the balcony, in which case it won't be accessible.
Yeah, and so Tapir in chat saying that you can just use a boomerang instead of the arrow, or you can use an ancient arrow, because CBF has 6 ancient arrows, so he does have an extra arrow. He could use it.
Okay, so we see CBF going into the fight with 1 less arrow than usual. Coensi going in with 1 more.
So we'll see. So yes, Coensi is 1 blight ahead, or almost 2 blights ahead.
Yeah, didn't get fast Fire Blight there. Waited for the Void Out to come back to finish the phase. Okay, so we'll see how CBF makes up for that arrow there here. So 2 shots there, spin. Will CBF go for the headshot? No, just runs to the other side of Sanctum, preparing for the next set of attacks.
Great. Losing a little bit of tender, but nothing crazy.
No.
Again, CBF playing clean. Coensi also playing clean. But Coensi is definitely ahead, so we'll see how Ganon goes for both of these guys.
Yeah, Coensi's done with blights.
On average, they have the perfect amount of arrows. Yes, between them, the average is it's correct. Yes.
Yeah. And we saw CBF there account for the extra arrow or the missing arrow by just not going for the extra headshot and then using 2 Claymore hits to finish off Water Blight. So he has enough arrows now to finish blights. Yep.
Coensi picking up the couple things at the edge of Sanctum: bomb arrows, shield, Claymore. He has already unloaded his ancient arrows onto Calamity.
Okay, so even a different Calamity 1 routing for Coensi here.
Yeah.
But I guess Coensi did not get the Flurry Rush on the first Ganon attack. Ganon has like 5 different physical attacks in phase 1. There are 2 ways he can swing the his big fiery axe thing, and then he has like those blue scissors. Blue scissor attacks a little bit harder to get the Flurry Rush for. But
so
Coensi finishes phase 1.
Yeah, it was interesting because Ganon went to the wall, but then realized that he had to start second phase, so he went off the wall immediately. That was very strange. It was like, oh, I'm gonna go. Oh no, wait, I have to become second phase now. So shit, I have to come off the wall. So that's very odd. All right, and Coensi unlock.
Coensi, doing the Copium route, forgot to throw away the axe, so his menuing is just slightly off here, and you see a little bit of a pause.
Yeah. Shouldn't be bad. It's just more of he'll mess himself up, unfortunately. Maybe, or hope not. We hope he doesn't mess himself up.
CBF is
starting Ganon,
kind of dancing around a little bit. Coensi throw the Claymore and Calamity is into Dark Beasts. Okay, so...
all right, okay. All right.
While we see CBF get a physical attack in phase 2, Coensi just needs a clean Dark Beast to take the match.
Good luck, RNG shots. From Coensi. Yeah, this is... CBF is now in second phase, and he's doing his stun lock. Swings still not too far behind Coensi, but at this point, Coensi's pretty much in the clear. As long as he doesn't make any serious major mistakes or die to Dark Beast. He should be good. CBF finishing up Ganon.
Coensi's got 1 set of targets from Dark Beast down. Right as CBF starts and gets the Bow of Light.
I was just thinking about the Bow of Light and how runners go to pick it up immediately, and yet every single time they do it, I expect them to like avoid it and not pick it up because it feels like a speedrun strat to be like, no, we're not going to pick up that thing you're supposed to pick up. We're going to do something else. But you need it.
I actually
That's
don't
just
know
me.
if any other arrows could work on Dark Beast.
I read somewhere that if you use a very high-powered bow and ancient arrows, it can work. If you use like a 5-shot or something like that, like one of those really the Savage Lionel bows and ancient arrows, it will work, but it doesn't. You just pick up the bow flight.
As Ariel, you were giving that answer. CBF also chiming in chat that ancient arrows would work.
Yeah, I think ancient arrows only with the right high-powered bow will work. I don't know if any bow will work with ancient arrows. Oh, Kamali says they do work. Ancient arrows do work. With any bow? I don't know.
All right, Coensi
No.
lining up the last shot.
C'est l'essence maintenant, Lee.
GG's Coensi.
GG's Coensi.
Wow. With a better time?
Coensi with a better time than last time, so mid-30. So Coensi is going to take the match, 2 races to 0. Took the first after CBF suffered a death in Calamity. Clean run in the second after gaining some time, especially on Plateau and Mag BTB.
Yeah,
So-
Mag BTB. This really came apart for CBF during Mag BTB. And Coensi basically got ahead, and that's basically the amount of time in terms of difference between them that Coensi sort of kept going, held on to for the rest of the run. Which just shows how hard all this is and how tricky these tricks are. So hopefully we will get our runners into the commentary so we can interrogate them.
All
Very
right,
nicely.
GG CBF
Yeah,
finishing
GG CDF.
off their second run.
Yeah. GG to both runners. That second run was fairly clean, I would say. So we have CBF. Oh, hello CBF.
Why, hello there.
CBF,
Wow,
I feel like we've been talking to you this whole time,
Yeah.
but
I thoroughly enjoy the commentary, so I always keep it on in the background, and then when I hear something of interest, I'll insert my commentary.
welcome in Coensi. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Coensi.
Oh,
CBF.
thank
Oh my
you,
God,
thank
that
you.
was-
I won $300 because Coensi won, so thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
CBF, did you gamble against yourself?
I did. I
Ooh.
wanted to see if I could prove me wrong, and ultimately I failed. So yeah.
Oh no.
No, kidding. I'm kidding. I genuinely, I've gotten the opportunity and the privilege of being able to race Coensi and Altexo, also someone who I've raced previously. When I first started speedrunning, it was Coensi, Altexo, Cinnamon, who was Morning Max at the time. So yeah, it's exciting to get to race against Coensi right now. Yeah.
Wow.
So thank you, Coensi.
Thank you too. It was an honor to race against you.
Yeah, absolutely. Way to avenge Altexo.
Is this a bit of a EU versus NA rivalry here? Or solidarity? Coensi, how did you feel about your 2 runs?
The first one was bad until I didn't die. The early game was very bad, and the late game was good except 1 death. So for a race, it was good. The second one was genuine. Everything was pretty clean.
Yes.
So I'm very happy with that one.
Yes, I said during the commentary, during your first race, that when you're going for the safer strats coming out of bombs out and just skipping a lot of, after having so many problems getting to the trees, I was like, I think he's just going to run for it and go for safe strats and hope that CBF messes up. And it turned out that way, that you basically went for safer strats or just sort of kept going and was able to take advantage of a mistake. Is that what it felt like, or is that not what it felt like at all?
Yeah, for me it was just I generally say you should never give up until your enemy's in Dark Beast, because Kalam can just always turn everything around. So I just thought like I keep going, and if I lose, even if I lose, I can still race another time and still have a chance. So it wasn't as much pressure. So yeah.
Just so you guys both know, in your first run, you guys both missed quick cryo at like almost the same time.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which was like, which
and
was
it was similar to the second race as well, right? Like we both got the actual jump.
We both got it. It was really nice. It was like coming full circle. We love to see it.
I think in both races, you two were near mirror images of each other through the early game, through cryo. So Coensi, we know that CBF was listening in on commentary because he was chatting the whole time. Did you have either ZSR or CBF stream open to see where you were in the race? Because we saw you try some different strats in race 2 than what you had in race 1. So was that race awareness, or were you just going to try different things anyway?
Yeah, I mean, for the first one, I just didn't look at CSI at all. And for the second one, I did, like, look over every time there was a bigger cutscene.
Mm-hmm.
And then I, like, saw that I was ahead, and also, like, my run at that point was really solid. So I thought I don't really want to throw it to, like, Castle PTB or having a bad attacker potion or something like that. So I just went for super safe strats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we noticed you get the Dragon Fang in race 2, which you kind of skipped in race 1.
I usually get that one. I was just like, wow, this one is bad. I might be able to save it if I, it might help saving it if I don't get the Neighbor Fang.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, at that point, I was like, if he doesn't die in Blightsucker Dam, that's it. Like, I can't do anything. So I'm just going as fast as I can.
CBF, thoughts on your 2 runs?
The first run was really good, honestly. Like I felt like I had minimal mistakes. Like other than like the cryo jump, right? What else? Box walk was okay. BTB was alright as well. I got wind bombed a tree. I missed the first tree ride. And then
both, yeah.
Yeah, we both missed the tree ride. And then I missed Castle BTB the first run, and then just went for the
BLSS, the Lumina backup. Yes.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, like, to be quite honest with you, I didn't warm up. I similar to Vlad, just like YOLOing my runs. It's much more satisfying that way because I can't complain. It's like, well, you didn't warm up, so what are you complaining about?
Self-sabotage.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a strategy. It's a strategy. Yeah.
I think the other thing was, so like I was like also hearing the commentary about like me not eating the food. I think at least you need 7 hearts if I'm not mistaken.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, so I would have died even if I would have eaten the attack.
Okay, so well you would have eaten. All right. Okay,
yeah.
that's fair.
That's super scary because like I listened in on the break. And someone said something about, if he had the yellow hearts, he wouldn't have died. Yeah. So I just thought, I'm just going to make yellow hearty food, and then I'm going to
Yeah. No, I lucked out, honestly. Because I got that hearty bass, which was good. And I only needed 2 amiibo scans. The first one, the second race, I needed 4.
Yeah,
get the fish
that was not fun.
Yeah, but I mean, overall, like, just being in the tournament has been fun for me. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed just being able to, like, race against other folks. Not for the sake of being like, I bopped you, but, like, more so just us pushing each other. And, like, again, like, that first race was just watching, I was like, I really hope I don't screw up because Coensi is just gonna capitalize on it, and sure enough, it happened. And I thought about, that wall perish just, but I'm like,
yeah. CBF, one last thing. I'm actually I didn't get to quite see everything that happened. So during your second race, you had 2 failed mag BTBs.
Yes.
Was this a failure of Slade storage, or was just you messing up the fall damage cancel?
No. So the first death, I unequipped the axe and then forgot to re-equip it.
Oh,
so like
okay.
midway my fall, I was like, wait, wrong thing is unequipped right now.
Oh no.
During the second one, I got a bad load as I was mashing.
Oh right, you hit the box.
I hit the box, yeah.
All right.
And the third one, I just played it safe. I was like, I'm gonna try my best to land in the water.
Yeah, which was ended up being very smart. But yeah, because I mentioned before you guys even came in here that that was really those mistakes were basically what gave Coensi his lead.
Yeah.
And never came back, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think Coensi's consistency gave Coensi the lead. That's
yes,
what that was.
That's absolutely true. That is
Those
absolutely
gave
true.
me a loss because I genuinely don't like. I love the thought of like the way racing works, right? Where everybody's like, oh, you dying gave this person an opportunity to catch up. The reality is, it's like with Coensi, Altexo, Storewide, a lot of these folks that we're watching, they're consistent. And I think for me personally, like we can only really critique the runner who died and not the one that's catching up or that is surpassing the other one. And that's just my personal vibe to it. Like I appreciate when folks are just like, oh yeah, like this person is now catching up or that gave that person that race. The reality is that like with this particular race, I'll say, Coensi's just getting super consistent, and that in itself I think is really what gave him the races. So I'm appreciative and really proud to like see Coensi be so consistent these last few weeks. So GG's.
Yeah, thanks.
Altexo in chat with the amazing pun Coensistency.
I'm stealing that as a dad. I have the right to steal that, so thank you.
Coensi, I think in between the last round and this round, you had a huge PB in Hundo, so GG's on that. But did you, just curious, is running Hundo affected your mentality or your preparation for an any percent tournament?
Yes, because I didn't play any percent the last 6 days. I just grinded Hundo. So it was just warming up for 3 hours today.
Okay.
That was the only any percent I played in a week.
Wow, all right. I mean, yeah, that could work. That works because it kind of resets your brain. You aren't thinking too hard, just relying on sort of what you know and not necessarily thinking so hard about it.
Yeah, it also... Alright.
No, go ahead.
The thing that I really noticed is just... Because in Hundo you can't just be... Yeah, okay, I failed a win by my reset. And I failed a small thing, I reset, because you're not gonna get runs going. And that's a really nice thing for any percent, because I used to reset to everything, and now I just say yeah, let's see if I can save 30 seconds in another split.
I do agree actually that the mentality of the mentality of having resetting at every single small thing, you can't really do that when you're training for a race. You have to train to cope with your mistakes or be consistent or train to be as consistent as possible with everything that you do. And again, that's the same thing with Hundo, where you can't reset every small mistake. You have to sort of work with what you've done.
Exactly.
Which I think that's helped you a lot with any percent.
Let's just wrap up on a couple more questions. Coensi, you're going into the final four of the winners bracket against Daniel M 1110.
Oh, that's gonna be a fun race. I've seen him play, and he's super.
He's very good.
He's super consistent.
Can I just say, I was really hoping that I would have beat Coensi. No offense, Coensi, but only because last year Daniel and I raced, and my internet crapped out, and we finished. So I kept the race going, but I finished about 2 seconds right before he finished. So I was hoping that we could have had a legitimate match where I had internet, but I'm super excited to see that race. That's gonna be so good.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
That's gonna be really good. And CBF, your tournament continues. You move into losers round 4 for an opponent who will be named later. Now, Sly, Tay, or Zelkis are possible opponents.
I'm so excited about that. I'm not even joking. I legitimately I've said it multiple times. Tay actually was the person who taught me a lot of the little nuances with running Breath of the Wild. He was the first speedrunner that I ever saw actually run the game. Sly, I've watched his breakdown I don't know how many times. And Zelkis is just an amazing speedrunner in himself as well. Huge Metroid Dread runner as well. So racing against any of those three is super exciting, but Fly or Tay, I'm more excited about. It's like, oh my god, my heroes! I finally get to race them. That's exciting. So,
That's really exciting. Really. I have one more question for you guys. It's more of a fun question because somebody, Savage made a joke in chat about a really great drink would be skew on the rocks.
I saw that.
And I was wondering what you guys think should be in that drink.
You rocks. I mean, it would have to have bitters in it, I would think.
Yeah, like, or, I don't know, some sort of fruit, I think, too,
Yeah.
maybe? Yeah, some sort of but fruit and bitters wouldn't taste good. I was just wondering if you guys had any ideas, because I've been thinking about it, too, and I just been... It's too good of a joke. It's too good of a joke.
Yeah, we can't.
I think Vlad wins this with saying it would have to be wildly inconsistent.
Exactly. No, we have to trust in Bean.
What'd you say? Yeah, this is Skew on the Rocks. But this tastes completely different than it did last time. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. I love
exactly.
that. Yes.
Thank you, Vlad. Thank you, Vlad.
Just beans in it. Hi, baby.
All right.
Yeah,
and
but GG's again. Thank you, comms. Y'all were amazing. Again, like I thoroughly enjoy hearing you all talk. Pal's super knowledgeable. Ariel, I love your humor and your comedy and your wittiness.
Thanks.
And honestly, like Bot, thank you so much for the restream. You were fantastic as well, getting everything set up so quickly. And
Yes.
Coensi, good luck. You've got this. I believe.
Thank you.
Rage.
You too.
I want to see. No offense to Daniel, I want to see Coensi and Tapir. I'm calling an upset of Tapir beating Smitch and then beating P5.
Ooh.
That's
All
my
right.
call. I think because like tops like or what is it, the Sweet 16? That's gonna be my call. Coensi and Tapir in the finals, and then grand finals. We're gonna see. I'm gonna say P5 makes a return again like he did last year. Calling my shots.
All right. You have called it. We'll see how things come out.
Oh,
It's
no,
again,
Zelda
we've
Speedruns,
seen plenty.
Why are you rating now? We're leaving.
all right.
Oh my gosh.
GG's runners, Ariel, thanks for joining me on comms. iBot, I think we're ready to throw it back to you.
So yeah, do also want to say GG to both runners, and thank you for the commentary to Ariel and Tao. It was great to listen to. It's a great race to watch. Races, multiple. And yeah, welcome to the Raiders from ZSR3. We are just wrapping up, so gonna be raiding over to Future in a moment, who is speedrunning all towers of this game. So a different category, but you know.
Ooh, towers.
but-
Who has the record for that?
I have no idea, but I'm sure you can ask them and they'll be able to tell you. Coming up on ZSR next, in about half an hour on ZSR main we'll have an Ocarina of Time randomizer 3 vs 3 multi-world tournament match. It's Grand Finals Game 2. And then of this tournament we do have more matches scheduled today at 4 PM Eastern. So that's 1.5 hours? Yes.
Yes.
About
yes.
1.5 hours from now is Player 5 vs ITNT Piston. That's also best of 3 series from Winners Bracket Round 3. And then at 5 PM Eastern is the lowest bracket Round 2 match between Crazy AZ and Pokepanda on ZSR 3. So do stick around for those, or tune in again for those, I guess, since we're going to be raiding like I mentioned. And yeah, thank you for watching.